Welcome to Team Beachbody Coaching. Welcome to the very beginning of creating freedom and contribution for whatever that's going to look like for you. I'm Tom. I've been a coach since August of 2007. I'm going to show you some stuff you can do right away that has helped other people who had no idea what they were doing begin to earn their first new money and create their first positive impact within the first week. All of your success is going to be linked to the success of other people. So right off the bat, I'm going to show you how you can start using this experience to create positive impact in other people's lives. I want you to really absorb this training, and to do that, I want to ask for your undivided attention. If your attention is divided amongst other things that you might be multitasking with, then you're going to miss a lot here. So if you need to pause this to go to a quiet room or to turn other things off, just go ahead and do that. Okay, first, I'm going to show you some one-time easy setup stuff that should take you no longer than a few minutes to do. And second, I'm going to show you some very easy profit-producing activities you can start doing today, even if you have no idea what you're doing yet, because you're going to learn one digestible bit of information at a time. So fall in love with learning and have an eagerness for it. First, open up a browser and go to teambeachbody.com/whatever your screen name is. That's the name that you chose upon enrolling. This is your Team Beachbody community profile page. You are literally open for business. You should see a coach whistle next to your screen name, just like the one you see in this example. And if you don't see it, get a hold of your coach or me. Go to the upper right corner of the page and click the sign in link. If it says sign out, then you should already be signed in. If it doesn't, click sign in and go ahead and log in. Sign in with your email address and your password. This is going to be the email address that you provided when you enrolled. Now that you're signed in, I would like you to upload a picture. You can see here where it says signed out now because you're signed in. Just click the edit my profile photo and upload a photo. This should be a clear shot of your genuine smiling face. Next, I would like you to upload a before picture. This is up to you if you want it to be a traditional letting it all hang out kind of picture, or if you want it to be another happy smiling face picture. That's totally up to you. However, I recommend that you take lots of really good before pictures where you do let it all hang out. At the very least, for your own private records, your body is going to change. You will profoundly regret not taking honest before pictures if you don't take them, and you won't be able to go back in time and do it. And if you want to share them publicly, that is totally up to you. I will say this, if you're truly in this to connect with and help other people, you need before pictures. If you're trying to give someone hope and they cannot see what you had to overcome to create your success, then your chances of helping them becomes less. And if you happen to be someone who does not need to lose weight, welcome to the small club that I'm a member of too. We will use other people's before and after pictures to inspire people who want to lose weight. Either way, take tons of honest before pictures because you have a story you're about to amend, and it will inspire the right people if you have it documented with pictures. If you happen to have a long way to go in yourself, then you are positioned perfectly to invite people to do this with you. Just in case you're wondering if you should start inviting people and sharing this and waiting until after you are already fit, I'm telling you from experience, you will relate to people more if you're engaged in the process now with them. So pause this video, upload your picture, your before picture, and then come back and click play to continue. Okay, now you see the little edit links. You scroll up all the way. All right. You see these little edit links on your profile page. You can go back and fill this out later if you'd like, but for right now, so we can move on, all I want you to do is edit this area here, where you see the cursor, and include something short and sweet about yourself. Take no more than 2 minutes to do this. If you got nothing, then just put in there, hey everyone, I'm so-and-so, connect with me, let's reclaim our health together. So pause this video to go and do that, and then press play to continue. Okay, now back on your Team Beachbody community profile page, hover over Coach and click on Coach Online Office. You should be on a page now that looks something like this. If you don't see it, let your coach know, or me, or whoever is helping you. I'm not going to show you the rest of your landing page in this video, but I want you to look at the left column. You'll see your sponsoring coach, some of your leadership, some other stuff that I'm not going to get into in this video, and my alerts down at the bottom left of the column. This shows you exactly the activity that's happened within the last 7 days. So get in the habit of checking this page at least once every day. As you start to see activity here, I want you to get a hold of your coach or me as soon as possible and ask us about it so we can show you. That will be opportunity to learn more. If I show you everything right now, you will be so overwhelmed. You will likely freeze up and not do anything. I'm only going to show you stuff as it's relevant so you don't get overwhelmed, and we can keep this digestible as you're getting started. I'll show you more as it becomes relevant. On the right column of this page, you'll see Coach Breaking News. Beachbody updates us on new product releases, training opportunities, and a bunch of other things as they come up. It's a great place to check once a day to stay connected and to be up to date. Hover over My Business and click on EFT Management. I recommend pausing this video right now while you set this up. This way you won't have to make a trip to the bank every week. Your Beachbody income will auto-deposit into your bank account. If you leave it to send you a physical check in the mail, they will take out a couple of dollars for processing, and you still have to manually run to the bank. You might as well keep your entire income and save those trips to the bank at the same time if you want to. Go back to your Coach Office landing page, the page that has your alerts and Coach Breaking News, and in the right column, look down to where the video library is. Click on English or Spanish. This is a huge resource of videos about products, training, sharing, a whole bunch of stuff. You'll see a video player center screen and categories to the left. Click on any category and you'll see subcategories. Feel free to go back and watch whatever piques your curiosity to know more about anything you want, anytime you want. But let me show you a couple things very quickly. I clicked on products and I clicked on the subcategory of Shakeology. You'll see all the different Shakeology videos horizontally below the video player. You'll see left and right arrows to scroll through and see more videos. There are dozens of videos for Shakeology. You can be educated on almost any product you wish from these videos. Click on a video and it will load in the video player. I clicked on the Shakeology ingredients. Tony Horton checks out Shakeology. It's hilarious. It's an informative and hilarious video. I recommend watching this video. If I want to share this with someone, I can do that. Once the video is loaded in the video player, I simply click on Share, as you see right here. Then I click on Copy Link, and it automatically copies the link to my clipboard. By the way, if you're not familiar with your clipboard's cut, copy, and paste functions, let me or your coach know so we can help. Always be eager and excited to learn. Now I can send this link to someone in an email or private one-on-one messages over social media such as Facebook private message. Anytime I share a product link with someone, it's always after they express to me that they would like to see it. Please hear me, because this is a typical gross mistake that a lot of home business owners of all kinds make. Never send product or company links to anyone in your first message. Always ask first if they'd like to see it. If they want to see it, then you can send it. This one simple difference will set you apart from at least 90% of all home business owners who are shoving their product and company links down people's throats and getting nothing but resistance from them. I hope you heed what I'm saying and we raise the vibration of our wonderful profession together by honoring people. I also recommend not posting product and company links to your social media accounts. just hoping that someone will click on it and buy. They won't. Save these links for private one-on-one sharing, but hold off on that too. I'm going to get to that later. So I'm going to show you how to share with people in a way that creates more curiosity and less resistance. One last note as you educate yourself on these products. Educate yourself for the purpose of emboldening your own belief in the effectiveness of these products. Don't educate yourself so you can come off as an expert with people you talk to so that you can answer any possible question that they could ever possibly throw at you. Some will wait until they feel they can answer every question about the product before they start sharing, and it is a huge, colossal mistake. You're much more relatable as a lay person who does not have all the answers about the specs of the product and how it all works. Memorize success stories. If someone wants to know how Shakeology helps someone lose weight because they've got to lose weight too, you're much better off saying something like, I don't know how, but I know when I began replacing a meal a day with Shakeology, I started losing weight and gaining more energy right away. Would you like to take a look? Or leverage another weight loss story if you personally can't relate to their goals. Become a collector of stories, journal them, memorize them. Become a story expert when you're talking to prospects, not a product expert when you're talking to prospects. I just want you to keep that in mind as you're learning about the products. As you become a people expert versus a product expert, you will be unusually successful. Go back to your Team Beachbody community profile at teambeachbody.com/whatever your screen name is. I'm going to quickly go over your credit card charges and how it works. Hover over Eat Smart and click on Meal Planner, for example. This is part of the area known as the club membership. By default, with your coach account and purchase of a challenge pack, you get a free 30-day trial to the club. After 30 days, if you do nothing, they will begin billing you for your club membership at $38 and some change once every 3 months. This breaks down to only $2.99 a week. It's not a requirement that you keep it. It's totally up to you. You have 30 days to kick it around. It is separate from your coach account. But give me a minute to show you the club, because the club actually makes it easy to offer people value that they will be more than happy to pay only $2.99 per week, billed quarterly for. And a lot of them go on to buy other product. So the club is also a great inexpensive way to get people in the door for a great experience that they'll see value in buying bigger packages that meet their most important goals. So the club is another resource that you can use to help people achieve their goals of living healthy, happy, more fulfilling lives, and for you to build your residual and passive money. It's a win-win. I will just tell you that the meal planning alone, along with the tedious calculations that it does for you, I'm regularly told makes the club more than worthwhile. I have a lot of paying club members. And now we have Beachbody On Demand videos, which makes this even more attractive than it already was. Having a club account will help you reach your goals more quickly, for some people up to twice as fast. I highly recommend keeping it, but it is up to you. There are only 2 other charges that you need to know about. Shakeology is billed once per month. Replace a meal with it each day and it pays for itself. I personally save about $180 per month in groceries, and I only pay about $98 and some change for Shakeology. I have an extra $80 cash in my pocket every month, and I have the health benefits that I feel every day from Shakeology. This is how you are going to show people who are concerned about affording it, how they can afford it too and reach their goals. It's a win-win for everybody, and you will be a hero to the right people. The only other charge will be the $15.95 monthly business service fee that starts on the 2nd month after enrolling. This is your overhead expense. This is insanely cool that you have your business overhead covered in only $15.95 per month, and that the upside is unlimited. There is no cap on your income. Just so you know how wildly cool this is, just ask any traditional business owner if they'd like an overhead of only $15.95 a month. And they're going to ask you if you're on crack. but they don't know any better. They don't have a home business, but you do. So enjoy the living daylights out of the fact that you're in an experience of ownership with the lowest risk possible on planet Earth that has an unlimited upside potential. Be hugely grateful. That's one of the hallmarks of this kind of business. And it gets better. The government rewards business owners with tax incentives. You can write off literally every dollar of your Shakeology Home Direct, your club membership, and your monthly business service fee. The question comes up if you can really write off your Shakeology and club fees, and it's a great question. The reason you can write those off is because Beachbody included in our compensation plan that if you are on Shakeology Home Direct and in the club, that you qualify for certain bonuses that make you more money. That makes all of this a legitimate tax write-off. Even before you make any money, you can deduct it all from your taxes for a bigger refund this year than you had last year. So make sure you write down all of your expenses for next tax season. And it still gets even sweeter. As you begin to create enough money to pay for your Shakeology, and you've already got enough savings in your grocery bill to pay for Shakeology, you still get to deduct the Shakeology expense from your taxes on top of all of that because it's required for certain bonuses that make you more money. Isn't that cool? I hope you understand how awesomely cool these charges are in putting taxes and income in your favor as you transition into developing an entrepreneurial mind. That transition, by the way, takes some time. New habits are going to help that transition along, and new habits is exactly what we are going to do. Habits are like a cable. We weave a thread of it each day until at last it cannot be broken. Here are your 4 websites maintained for you, so you really don't have to do anything with them. You can add your picture and your phone number if you'd like in your Coach online office area. There's a place to do that. Totally up to you. Hold off on sharing these with anyone. We'll get to that soon. But for now, just bring each of them up in your browser so you can see what they look like. You're going to be pushed around by your circumstances or pulled by your vision. Just so you know, I've been doing this since August of 2007. There has never once been an exception that I've ever seen to this philosophy. This is the most important part of all of this, even more important than the profit-producing activities, because it's this philosophy you have that will enforce the habits that will dictate your results. This is your homework. Answer all the questions you see on the video right now and share them with me or your coach. Why are you doing this? What will be the difference when you achieve your most important goals? Who do you want to become? How do you want to be remembered? Who or what do you want to impact? How or with who will you spend your time with when you have freedom of your time? In other words, let's say you want to leave your full-time job. When you do, and suddenly you have this new 10-hour-a-day void to fill that used to be your job, how are you going to fill that new time you have? If you don't have an answer that's really compelling to you, then you're in trouble. So your burden right now is to build your vision so high that no circumstance or phone call or life emergency can keep you from faithfully exercising some new habits that are in perfect alignment with your top priorities each and every day. In fact, not if, but when that next hard phone call happens, it will be all the more reason to have your freedom of time where you can put all your focus on where it needs to be rather than on how bills are going to be paid. It may take a couple years of hard, focused work in your spare time, but it will be worth it to have that freedom of time and the ability to contribute more to help other people and the planet. Are the answers to these questions going to pull you every day beyond the power of your circumstances? That's totally up to you. I can't build your compelling vision for you. I am going to give you the profit-producing activities that your compelling vision will drive you to turn into non-negotiable daily habits that you will leverage to create freedom of your time and contribution for whatever that looks like for you. Your homework is to privately connect with your coach or me and send him or her your answers to all these questions. Take 5, 10, 15 minutes if you need to. Make sure your answers are real. Be vulnerable, because that's where the power is. I'll be vulnerable. I was scared when I enrolled. I wanted my parents to be proud of me. I was fearful of looking like a complete loser to people that I cared about. I tried another business in the past that I lost hundreds of dollars on with zero success to show for. I used to cry myself to sleep wondering what would ever become of me, because my job, along with all of my income at the time, had been offshored to India. And I had no plan except to go back for more of the same and try to get another job. That is, until someone invited me to be an independent Beachbody coach. That was the beginning of hope that I could see. If you're looking for justification as to why this will not work for you, then you will find it each and every time, and you will not create any freedom or find ways to use this to help anyone. If you take ownership of your new business, you will create freedom, and you'll find ways to use this to help other people. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Never disconnect from your team. I've never known anyone to disconnect and create any long-lasting success. It's just never happened that I'm aware of. If you disconnect from your team and become inconsistent with the daily habits, then you actually have a vision problem, and you need to build up your vision still. Give your coach and your team permission to use your vision as encouragement when you need encouragement. We all need encouragement. Believe me, you're going to need it from time to time, especially in the beginning and throughout. Send your vision answers to your coach along with your personal permission to use your vision to encourage you. Let's begin the profit and impact producing activities, because you've developed a vision so compelling that it pulls you with more power than your circumstances are trying to push you around. Block out an hour a day for this. If you don't have an hour, 30 minutes. When I started, I was doing 20 minutes every day. It took me longer. It's all I could find in a day, but it was enough to get the ball rolling. Whatever you've got, wherever you are at, bloom from wherever it is you've been planted. If you're stuck trying to come up with any time to invest in your future, then connect with your coach or me so that we, your team, can help you find solutions right away. Who do you know who you would like to impact? Physically write their names down. Create a list as big as you can of people who you'd like to invite to take a look at what you have. Who do you know who would like to increase their health and feel better? Who do you know who would like to get fit financially? Who do you know who you'd like to honor as a free-thinking human being to decide what they feel is a good fit for them? Google search memory jogger. You'll amaze yourself with all the names of people that pop up in your head, even if you didn't think you would know anyone's name to write down. We're going to invite people. Our goal is not to send them links and get them to enroll. Our goal is to pique their curiosity and invite them to look at what you have to see if they feel it's a fit for them. There is a huge difference between the two approaches. Sending links and trying to get someone is just really weird, and it just raises resistance. Piquing interest and inviting someone to look to see if it's a fit for them raises curiosity and less resistance. You appreciate when people honor you as a free-thinking person. We are going to do the same for people that you know. I just wanted you to know that, so you're not shy to write down the names of people you know. If you're still shy to write down names, refer back to your vision that pulls you. I wasn't joking about your vision. This isn't a Beachbody thing. This is a life thing. Your vision will always be the thing that dictates your habits, that creates your results. Pause the video for a few minutes and write down as many names as you can. Okay, now that you have your list of names, who would you like to invite to look at getting healthy physically? Who would you like to invite to look at getting healthy financially? I'm going to show you some examples that have worked really well through enormous, extensive testing that you can pick from. If you've invited people into other things you've been in before and you didn't see them through, then you won't be able to use most of the invitation options because your friends and family will probably be immune to you at this point. Just so you know, what works for one person may not work for another. I have processes you can use no matter what your history is. Look in the description area of this video for links I provided to the various invitation processes, the daily core activities, time management solutions, and some other relevant resources I put together to equip you to succeed, if you'll let me. I underlined the daily core activities and time management solutions to draw your attention to them before you get started. Give me a minute more to equip you with exactly how I created my first 6 figures and much more since then on social media, which has given me my freedom of time and abilities to contribute back to the benefit of other people on the planet more than I've ever been able to throughout the course of my entire life. The daily core of activities are the simple habits to master extraordinarily well. If you don't see how you can fit them in, then you desperately need the time management solutions. Most people feel they don't need it, and they roll their eyes at the very recommendation of time management, and therefore they remain bound in the same circular pattern of not enough time year after year, and the stress that builds residually from that which causes physical and emotional problems. Don't be those people. Lend yourself to correction and continuous, never-ending recorrection in how you manage your time and how you learn and in life in general. Your vision that pulls you will make you humble to learn, to grow, to make mistakes fast and as often as possible so you get the continuous feedback from life that you need to continue the learning and growing process. Most people want to focus on their results if they're not happy with their results or lack of results. You can't change your results by focusing on your results. No one can, and that's why nothing ever changes for them. Your results come from your habits. To change your results, you have to change your habits. That's where the power is. The daily core activities go to your daily habits, which changes your results, pulled by your vision that you've built up to be more compelling than the average person still stuck on trying to change their results by focusing on their results. Most people are anxious to improve their circumstances, but not anxious to improve themselves, and therefore they remain bound too. When you start the daily core activities, you're not going to be any good. The daily core activities is the ultimate in personal development, cleverly disguised as a business. As you improve, your circumstances improve. So it makes sense to shift the focus from your circumstances to focusing on improving yourself. Not changing yourself, improving yourself and pulling more of your true authentic self out into the world so you organically attract the right people and opportunity into your life in abundance. Through the daily core activities and time management, you are going to become awesome at continuously expanding your circle of friends and influence. You will become a person who attracts people to you to come to you and start the conversation with you about what it is that you do. And you know what's so cool about becoming and why I keep using that verbiage? No matter how bad or good things are, it's the becoming and the learning that is the gateway to you creating freedom and contribution for whatever that looks like for you. So be grateful you've got stuff to overcome and stuff to learn. You're pulled by your compelling vision you've built up that's more powerful than your circumstances, including that mystery phone call that's always coming that you have no idea about yet. Life is a roller coaster of ups and downs, and some more extreme than others. Everyone experiences this. Most people get tossed around by their circumstances. Very few people are pulled by their vision. What happens to you happens to everyone, no matter what. There is always someone who had it worse than you, who figured it out because they had a more powerful vision than whatever their circumstances were. If you've always been pushed around by your circumstances, I want you to know you've been born with a gift of being able to change your mind. You've changed your mind before. You've proven to yourself you can draw a line in the sand and change your mind again. And whether or not you've struggled with this, you will absolutely come across people who do, and you're going to want to be equipped to help them, even if it's just connecting them to a resource that can help them. Share what you're doing with your coach and with your team. You can help each other discover things that work, things that don't work, and grow together as individuals and as well as a team. So which invitation process or processes are you using? Which version or versions of step 1 are you using? Are you using the same invitation for everyone on your list? Are you using multiple invitations for different people on your list? Are you having trouble deciding which one to use? Or do you feel like you need some help in crafting a new one for yourself? Let's do it then. Thank you for completing the short video series on getting started. Let's heal the planet and create freedom. The two are explicitly linked in this experience. Remember, you're in business for yourself, not by yourself.